Dragon's Lair used a different formula than other games in its time. While other games were using vector and sprite graphics, Advanced Computer Subsystems, the producer of Dragon's Lair, chose to go with different tech that turned out, in my opinion, to be a successful decision. They used Laserdisc technology. What the fuck is a Laserdisc?
Excuse me. Magnavision gives the appearance of a highly stylized record player. However, I noticed the absence of a stylus or needle. An optical laser scanner, and Magnavision was the first consumer product in our galaxy to use it. Now that is an entirely new dimension in entertainment.
The way it works is when you choose a certain movement or path, the Laserdisc player within the arcade cabinet will skip to the corresponding track on the Laserdisc player. So it is much like a choose-your-own-adventure story with a quicker pace. See, this is why you hire a good engineer, because your crib will end up looking like this. Damn! These tentacle things are bringing down the value of the whole neighborhood. See what I'm saying about crappy engineers? Saw this on American Gladiators. I got this. What was Goofy down there? I can show you the world. Said if you wanna ride, then ride the metal pony. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I used to have a Chevy that drove like this. Not like these junkers they have today. The thing had 6 cup holders and no seatbelts. I'm coming, princess! Oh my god. No hugs, man. Ladies, I'm taken. Squeeze that, you fiend! Rick Dyer, the head of Advanced Computer Systems, was so impressed by Bluth's work, he hired Bluth as head animator and illustrator for Dragon's Lair. In fact, Dyer drew inspiration to make the game from Bluth's work. If you saw a good animated cartoon movie in the 80s or 90s, there's a good chance Bluth was behind it. He's also known for Secret of Nim, An American Tale, and Land Before Time, among many other titles that have become part of American culture. Ah, The Elevator from Hell. And that was my floor. Well, kids, if you don't know how sperm makes it to the egg, here's a rough translation. And the beautiful cycle of life goes on. I did this on one try, too, when I was drunk. I call it my happy little accident. What could possibly go wrong? That. Donations to Reverend Moon? Jews for Jesus! How about Buddhism? Jerry's Kids? Scientology! Yo, if you have not seen the movie Airplane, watch that shit. My first experience with Dragon's Lair was similar to the monkeys in a space odyssey, seeing the monolith. This was not an exaggeration. Remember, I had only seen sprites and vectors in games at this point, and any 3D computer graphics you would see would be at film festivals. So yeah, I felt the machine up and hooted at it for a while. Bluth and the same team would go on to do Dragon's Lair 2 and Space Ace, but we will get into that later. Below the catacombs of the Kool-Aid factory. What's cooking? Oh my god, needs more salt. I'll eat you with some hot sauce. Every time I died in the game, I started to wonder what dying in this many horrific ways and constantly fighting for the woman you love would do to someone psychologically. I knew Derek lived in the area, so I gave him a call and asked him what his favorite MAME restaurant was. Yet, somehow he still didn't know the menu. This would be interesting.
I usually go with 2 cheeseburgers. It's a lot of meat, a lot of everything, really.
He seemed extremely paranoid, so I thought I would ask him about Daphne, the love of his life, and the person he's trying to save in Dragon's Lair.
Don't trust women. Never.
That's just one chick, man.
It's all. They're always want somebody to save them, and you know what? They're the ones getting themselves in that kind of trouble. Worthless.
What happened to your bag? You used to have a bag. What was in the bag?
Well, after a lizard chased me down when I was trying to get my sword back from a magical pot, I stuffed it full of gold, but I think Daphne actually took it. I'm actually surprised I didn't lose it earlier.
I'm still nervous to this day.
It's kind of hard not to be. Everything I've seen, you don't even know. You don't want to know. You know how many times I almost died in that stupid castle? Look, who are you to judge? I mean, you spend so much time wandering through a castle that's just set up by some crazy evil architect just to fight a whole bunch of snakes and octopus and ridiculous stuff.
Octopi.
Octopies.
Yeah, so what have you been doing since, it's been 20 years?
Something like that. Try not to think about it.
You look like you've let yourself go a little bit. I know you're from a different era, but we call them octopi now.
Oh, do they have eyeballs at the end of them?
Do you ever have nightmares?
All the time. Even when I'm awake. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The little tentacles with eyeballs attacking you. Is that right?
okay, is it all about the castle there? I mean, I think you're going through post-traumatic stress, and you haven't been diagnosed or helped in any way.
Dude, I get a lot of nightmares. I see purple monkeys in my dreams. A lot of nightmares.
That's odd.
Well, yeah, especially when they're trying to kill you. Could you repeat the question?
It was at this point that the game started getting extremely difficult. This Black Knight that likes to slam floor tiles and electrocute them, he is no joke. I must have done this part, I don't know, 10 times. And there is a sense of accomplishment when you get through these. It's basically a memory game, but you feel so good once you're done, you forget what you did. So doing it over and over again doesn't help at all. And yeah, there's another part. I got to turn green and turn into bones there. That was not easy. You know, none of it was easy at this point, and a lot of times they would repeat certain patterns. So in other words, this, not particularly this one, but other sequences would be repeated and reversed and then timed differently, which is fine. I had no problem with that. But I can see how it could be tedious to someone dropping quarters into this thing and, you know, hoping to beat it. That would be a little depressing. You'll lose probably about $20 before you get to this point. I will say that. And your nightmares?
Yeah. I can't get rid of them. They're in my brain, lodged in there, like they were Xerox copied right onto the back of my skull.
We don't use Xerox anymore.
Oh. Well, in the 80s, that was a big thing.
I know the world changed a lot. How's this impacted your life?
Well, I really don't even know how to deal with this world today. It's just crazier and crazier and crazier. There's too much. There's too much. Just in your face. And I mean, I thought the castle was bad, but now that I'm done with the castle, I gotta come in, I gotta worry about being ran over a car instead of, you know, having to jump out of the way. I have an electrical tile that's coming at me.
Great game, man. Hopefully you can find, maybe there'll be a Dragon's Lair 3 or 4, right?
No.
You have a publicist or?
Why would I want to go back to those castles?
To this day, Dirk can't even walk by a sandcastle without bursting into tears. Look at this asshole. Have some dignity. Sorry for yelling at you, Dirk. I got an eye boner too.
With a key. The dragon keeps
Oh, yeah.
Dragon, use the magic
Yeah, I'll use the magic dragon to slay the sword. I got you. Yeah, thanks, Daphne. That's really enough. I don't need a cheerleader, Daphne. You could distract the dragon for a couple of seconds. I'm on fire, Daphne, and your hand clapping is fanning the flames. It's hard to express the satisfaction of my sword finally going through this creature after 20 years of never beating this game. I couldn't afford it when I was a kid. I mean, 50 cents a pop, you're talking 20, 30 bucks to beat the game, and I didn't have that kind of money. And now I finally beat it. Hooray technology.